right, so I think my computer crashed in that previous recording. I'll pick up from there. We were basically doing this remainder theorem question where this polynomial 4x minus kx to the third plus 7x minus 6 was being divided by x minus 2. Here, x minus 2. And so the idea is that we need to evaluate it at 2. Okay. Actually, let me move this over a bit. There we go. Due to the remainder theorem, because if the factor is x minus 2, the root will be plus 2, and that is where we need to be evaluating this thing. After we evaluate it, we set it equal to the remainder of -8 and simplify. And the simplification is going to be something like this. So plus 6 minus 14 minus 16. And so, what is that, 24? Negative 24? Plus another 8, because they're both the same sign. I'm getting 32. So negative 8k equals a negative 32, and k is equal to a negative 32 over a negative 8, which happens to be 4. I think. I don't know. I think I was just making stuff up there, but this seems about right. 30. Yeah. I know, it's minus. I did mess it up. It's a minus, so this needs to be a plus. Because all of this together is a minus 24. So when I move it over to the other side, it needs to be a plus 24, and which makes this a 16. Okay. 16. Okay. And now 16 divided by a negative 8 happens to be a negative 2. Final question in the sample test is determine if x plus 1 is a factor of the following thing. Well, the factor theorem tells us something like this. If f of negative 1 is equal to 0, then x plus 1 is a factor of f of x. Okay, so basically, excuse me, all we need to do is take this polynomial and evaluate it at negative 1 and see what we get. Negative 1 to the 100 minus 1 turns out to be 0. Because negative 1 to the 100 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So therefore, since the root of this binomial produces a 0 when we evaluate the polynomial at its root, the factor's theorem states that that is a factor. Okay, pretty cool. Anyway, so that concludes the sample test for Unit 2 quiz. And I don't know, enjoy. You can find further practice in the textbook. Look for questions that are similar to the questions you find here, and they're scattered throughout the book. In fact, I can show you a couple of other locations. How do I get out of here? To find them. Whoops. Hold on, having troubles. There. We need to go to this here, there. Oh, looks like I got a couple of other videos that y'all could look at as well. The remainder theorem, polynomial divisions. Okay, check these ones out. Questions that involve the factor theorem are found here. These underlined questions are specifically what was I going to try and say there? Recommended. These underlined and bolded questions. So if you're going to kind of like do some last minute studying, take a look at these ones. I think these are the most beneficial to look at. All right. So in the remaining time that you have, please do that. Anyway, enjoy your day.